So friends, good morning wherever you are across the world. This video is primarily meant for young people, but I think everybody will have something to take away from this. And it is about the three M's: mindset, muscle, and methodology. How to succeed in life can largely depend upon how you deal with these three things. The mindset, of course, you need the will, the mental conditioning, the mental desire, and all those things that comes under the mindset, and your self-belief and all those things, they fall under the mindset. Under muscle, and it's important that you take notes in this video if you are really a serious student of self-improvement. Under muscle means how many times have you practiced it, right? How familiar with that process you are, and how much it's become embedded as a part of your your operational DNA. Bruce Lee, he famously said, "I'm not afraid of the man who knows 10,000 kicks. I'm afraid of the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." And this is where your muscle comes in, and whether it's preparing for an exam, or whether it is preparing for a speech, or whether it is just doing well generally in life and in business, the muscle is very, very important. Muscle means practice. And the third very M is method. Without knowing the proper method or the best method or the optimum method to do it, you could be stuck up in inefficient processes, which means you would be spending your energy and your time doing the wrong things. So I hope you have a pen and paper handy to take notes, because this is going to be a very powerful video to help you start your day right and to help you stay on track whenever distractions put you off track. So let's dive right into it. And one of the very important components in developing a mindset and the muscle and learning the right methodology to live a good life is a simple, powerful morning routine. And I am pretty sure all of you would have seen videos on that on Instagram as young people. What does a morning routine for somebody look like? I'm not only talking about flossing your teeth or getting out of bed or simple things like that, which of course are very important. You should not go to school without brushing your teeth or flossing your teeth. I'm talking about, and I'm not even talking about just physical exercise and stretching. You should be doing all that as well. What I'm talking about here is a simple, maybe even a 10 or 15-minute process to condition your mind for the day. Because here's what is going to happen. There's distractions waiting for you. There's negative people waiting for you. There's negative situations waiting for you. There are situations waiting for you which will test your patience. So you want to be ready. You want to make sure you filled yourself up with some amount of positivity. So you need a morning routine. And for most people, the default morning routine is picking up the phone and checking notifications. Who said what on WhatsApp? Who said what on Instagram? And or other one of those apps that you use these days, very popular, right? And I don't know the names, but if you start your morning by reacting to the world, please make a note. If you start your morning by reacting to what other people have said or what's happening in your environment, you, my friend, are not in charge of your day. The world is. The external stimulation is. Your friends are. Those messages are in charge. You're not. For you to be in charge, you need to be intentional. So what I mean by that is keep that 30 minutes or that 1 hour, however much time you can spare, for yourself. That's where you decide what I'm going to achieve today. That's where you decide who am I, and those sort of questions, and how will I spend this day. That's where you take charge. So a morning routine is much more than physical exercise or stretching or flossing your teeth. It's also a wholesome activity to fill up your spirit and your mind and your body to be ready for the day. Okay? You will not sit in a plane that's not ready for takeoff, will you? Yes or no? You won't, right? If the tire pressure or whatever, if the engineering department comes and they check and everything is okay and there's fuel in the aeroplane and all the controls are working, only then will the captain take off, right? Why would you start your day without being fueled up? So this is a simple process, and I'll take you a little bit deeper into it. A gentleman I deeply admire, his name is Dr. Velumani, and he said, and founder of Thyrocare, a billionaire for your reference also, and a self-made billionaire from his own business. He says people fall into two categories. How many? Two categories. Those who succeed and those who got distracted. Simply. And I love that. It gives me goosebumps every time. Those who do something with their lives and those who got distracted. Your morning routine will help you ensure that you don't get distracted, okay? And I am going to give you a very powerful tool there are so many other things that I could share in your morning routine and I think it could be a whole new video, which we will do again. Things like stretching. I'm a huge fan of stretching in the morning, doing some yoga. Things like breathing, things like hydration, and things like what do you eat, what do you drink. I usually drink some warm water or honey and lemon and things like that. What sort of music do you listen to? My prayer and meditation regime, those sort of things. We will go in detail for all those elements in a separate video. But in this video, I just wanted to focus on a very simple thing, which is, how about you take a card like this, okay? Get hold of a card like this, and on top right, who am I, okay? So let's say, let's say you put your name here, and then you say, who am I? And this becomes your who am I card in terms of writing down. And what I want you to do is write down 10 or 15 or 20 positive statements about yourself, okay? Let me give you a little demo about what you will find on Simarjeet Singh's Who Am I card. And I carry them with me in my coat pocket whenever I travel. When I'm bored in a flight, you don't just have to watch videos or do other things. You can always remind yourself who you are. So I've written down in my Who Am I card, I'm a change maker. I'm a positive person who's always uplifting everyone around him. I am a healthy individual, right? I am enjoying life in all its aspects. I am leading a healthy and abundant life. So keep in mind, it's not only who you are at the core, but it's also who you aspire to be, okay? It's not only just who you are at the core, but also who you aspire to be. So all your future vision of who you want to become. Let's say you want to become a world-class singer, for example. So you can say, I'm selling out concerts all across the world, Taylor Swift style, or or you want to become a doctor, and you can write down, I'm one of the top surgeons in the country, top doctors in the country, and so it's not, and so this is your, not just who you are at the moment, but also your dreams, but written in the positive tense, written as if you already are that person right now. You will probably start with factual answers, like my name is so and so, I study in this school. You might want to write your religion, your nationality, your race, and all that, and that's okay, but that's not the answers I'm looking for. I want you to think about yourself at the core, who you are, who you want to be, and write it down in present tense. So I'm a happy, bright individual. I am full of energy and full of dreams. Even if you're not, even if it seems like a lie right now, write it down. I want you to write it down. Things like these statements. I'm a hardworking, focused individual who is destined to succeed, right? Things always work out for me. My name is so-and-so, I'm Simarjeet Singh, and I'm so grateful that things always work out for me, right? I'm so grateful that I am somebody who is always able to look at the positive side of everything, right? So these statements, I want you to write down 20 of them. You might not be able to come up with 20 statements in a single day, but that's okay. And that's why you keep a card like this close to you, somewhere you can access it, and you keep writing it, and you keep revising it, and create a new one if you want to, but have something. Do you know why you need it? Do you know why you need it? Because we human beings get easily distracted. That's why we need this. Remember, in life, there's only two categories of people. People who do something with their lives and people who get distracted. When you have something like this written down, statements about yourself, or who you are at the core and who you want to be combined into the present tense, you will not get distracted. And every time you feel distracted, you feel low, you feel small, you feel nothing is going to work out for you, you feel that the world is dark, and even despite your best efforts, nothing is happening, go back to this card, put on some nice music, and perhaps that could be the fourth M. The muscle, the mindset, and the method, and fourth could be music, because music has huge power to change our moods. Put on some nice piece of music and read it and let those feelings sink in. I know sometimes you might feel, oh, this is not me, but this is who you want to be. So you have to condition your mind to be ready and receptive for something like this. This is an activity that I do frequently, and I'll just close this video. And if you've watched all the way towards the end, I want you to let me know in the comments if you've done the Who Are You activity or not. Get a card like this and do that activity and type in mission complete in the comments, so that I know that as your coach, I've been able to accomplish something with you in this video. And I'll just close by saying I read this quote the other day: believing in yourself is a full-time job. There are no days off. Believing in yourself is a full-time job. There are no days off. Which means every morning when you get up, and the world is going to throw a lot of challenges for you. Classmates that you don't like, or the bully in the school, or the subject that you fail to understand, or whatever it is, the world is going to throw a lot of challenges. For those of you who work in jobs, maybe tasks that are challenging, colleagues who are toxic, boss who doesn't understand you, and so many other challenges could be there. And that's called life. And you'll have to face it. But would you rather face life unprepared, or would you rather face life fully prepared? Every morning, take out the time to do this. I know a lot of you will say, sir, wonderful idea, but I don't have the time. And if you're complaining, do this. Go to your mobile phone right now, or after you watch this video, and check your daily screen time. Yeah? Let me know in the comments my screen time. I want to read your screen time also, right? Especially if you're saying I don't have enough time. For most young people across the world, it is easily exceeding 4 to 6 hours a day. All right. So keep in mind, yeah, it is 3 to 4, 5 hours a day easily. Think about that. Do you just want to spend your whole life watching the stories of other people, or do you want to create your own? So if you complain about time, cut down your screen time. You'll have plenty of time. And let me know how you go with this activity. This is one of the most powerful mindset conditioning activities that I know. Thank you for watching, and subscribe for more updates like this. We'll see you around. Take care. Bye-bye for now.